Honey Badger, and we're here with Dianne from Xandria.
Yes. Hi.
And welcome to Worcester.
Thank you so much.
And you have your opening for Sonata Arctica in Delane tonight.
Yes, true.
How many shows does this make on the current tour?
This is the fourth.
Fourth tour?
Yeah.
Fourth show?
Fourth show, yeah.
And how's it going so far?
I love it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've loved every second about it. It's just marvelous to be here, and the experience with the two of us, and seeing the sights while driving, and being able to have as much sleep as I want. There is not that I'm a sleepyhead, but for the voice it's so important.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
And the classical voice can be so fragile, so I really like these conditions. Yeah.
Excellent. As far as being in America, is this your first time in America, or?
Well, we've played the 70,000 Tons of Metal.
Yes.
So we flew in and we were in Miami for a little bit. We did some sightseeing there, playing the tourist, very important.
Yes.
But it's the first tour. Let's say it like that. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited that it's, of course, together with the Lane, fellow Dutch band, very nice people, and Sonata Arctica.
Well, it's definitely a great package, Bill, and
Thank you.
I know that I'm excited to see you perform tonight because I saw Xandria last year at Prague Power
With Manu.
With Manu,
Yeah.
and unfortunately she, well, fortunately for you, she.
Yeah, I don't see it like that. I don't like to benefit of other people.
Yeah. Now, how did that come about when she left the band? Did the band contact you immediately, or was there a search?
Well, they were already in the studio recording the Sacrificium album, or what was to become the Sacrificium album, of course. When Manuela decided to leave the band, and they were quite shocked. They didn't see that coming. And then it was their producer, Joost van den Broek, who said, "Well, I might know a singer. Let me see if that's something for you." So he sent them a few movies, a few soundtracks, and they checked me out. And then all of a sudden I had an email from Xandria's manager in my inbox, asking me if I could give him a call.
Mm-hmm.
And of course I was very like, okay, well, what's this? What's happening here? So I gave him a call, and he asked me if I would want to think about becoming Xandria's new singer. And I really took the time for that. I didn't say yes immediately, because I also have my Dutch band, Xandria. And I really also wanted to talk with them first, to meet them face to face and ask, well, if I do this, then that would mean that Xandria is to be way more flexible. Are we all up for that, and can we do it? And they said, well, this is such an opportunity for you. Go ahead, we'll support you.
That's great.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Now, how long have you been with Xandria?
10 years.
10 years.
Maybe a little bit over 10 years already. Yeah, but I'm founding member.
Yes.
Yeah, so I can't remember. It's been like forever.
And so that it's great that they're actually happy that you're doing this, and also still with them. I believe you were recording both albums around the same time.
Yes. Yeah, that was so hectic, and I was recording Medea, which is from Xandria and came out in January, and I was recording Sacrificium, which came out in May, of course by Xandria. But I also was studying the 1.5 hour headline set for my first shows in Spain. So this was one hell of a training. Oh.
That's definitely, but just from talking to you, I think that you like the fact that you're busy and being.
I like a challenge.
Yeah.
I don't see problems, I see challenges.
Excellent. Yeah. That's a great attitude to have.
But it's an attitude you must have in music.
Yes, it's a metal attitude.
True.
Now, what is going on with Xandria right now?
Well, we're already started composing new songs. It's more ideas than songs at this point. I know that the members are coming together while I am on tour. Don't know what they are up to, but I guess I will hear when I'm back home.
Now, what has the reaction been to your joining Xandria with the fans?
Yeah. Well, we were bit nervous about that, of course, because it's not the first singer change, and someone commented on Facebook that you guys change singers more often than I change socks. I really like that. It's humor.
Yes.
And that's the way to take it. Now, Manuela decided to leave herself. Of course, it's her right, it's her decision. She wanted to go another way, make her own music. So it's something a fan base needs to accept. But let me also state that I have been received so warmly, both by the guys, but also by I think the whole of the fan base. We couldn't have wished for anything better than this.
That's great.
Yeah, it really is.
And I love Sacrificium.
Thank you.
I've listened to it quite a bit, and I think it's definitely a step above the last album, both sonically and vocally. I think you add a different sound to the vocals, because I know a lot of people talk about symphonic metal and the operatic vocals, but your vocals aren't, I don't believe they're similar to Manu's. I think yours have a different sound to them, so I think it...
Well, we have a different history in music background. I studied classical music for 7 years, 4 years the bachelor, and I did a double master. I did the crossover between metal and classical music. I specialized in that for my master. So I really did some research. And of course, you can hear the difference if a voice is classically trained or not. Not to say that a non-classical trained voice is a bad voice, not to say that or anything, but there are some differences.
Yes.
And I could go really in detail now, but the guys have already learned me when to shut up.
And everything is going, as far as band-wise, you're all gelling and...
we're just one bunch of happy metalheads.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, touring and being on a bus and or on a ship, like when you were on the 70,000 Tons of Metal, I'm sure that brings you closer to as a band, and you're experiencing all these...
Yeah, it does, and we really have some quality time. Of course, also before the show, when your other bands are sound checking, like you can hear right now. And if the camera catches that.
So the last album, Never World's Dreaming?
Never World's End.
Never World's End.
Okay.
That, compared to Sacrificium, what do you think the main differences are musically? Since we can't really, we don't want to compare the voices, but musically, do you think it's a heavier album?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's heavier. I think it's a bit more mature. I think the songwriting has grown. It's become a bit more, I wouldn't call it songs anymore. Some are really compositions, really influenced by maybe classical music or film music even a bit more. There are a lot more layers to it. But I think Never World's End was really catchy at some point, and we might also want to take a step back to that for the next album. I don't know, I don't always like to compare.
Sure.
I think there's beauty in everything, and I really love Sacrificium, but I also love Never World's End.
Yeah, and do you perform, are you performing most of Sacrificium?
Oh, we're performing from both albums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you do a lot of the older material from...
Sometimes, when we have a bigger set, we tend to go back to the older material.
Sure.
But I also know that, like for me, when I joined the band, what was given to me to listen was, of course, Never World's End and the new material. So that's really a statement that the band really sees themselves as being reborn with Never World's End. And, well, they also call that their second debut album.
I would probably agree with that.
Yeah.
I think that that brought them a little more attention.
I think it's more true to the people they are.
And plus the fact that Napalm Records, is putting
They too like it, yes.
Which is interesting, because now both you and Dianne are on the same label.
True.
Which works out well when you're on tour, and I'm sure scheduling interviews. And but you all seem to get along extremely well, just seeing you all outside.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. We really enjoy each other's company. there was a lot of laughter on the bus. And, yeah, well, but it's a good thing. It's day 4. We have 6 weeks to go, and you really, when you're 12 people in a tour bus, that seems really big on the picture, but then with 12 people, oof, it's kind of cozy.
Yeah, there's not a lot of room to move.
No, well, like slide next to each other. So you really have to get along and make an effort to do that.
Sure.
But
And
I think we manage.
that's great. Now, as far as the future with Xandria, after this tour, what happens next?
Well, when we fly back to Germany, we get straight into another tour bus, travel to Switzerland to do a headline show, really the day after landing. But I'm still looking forward to it. But oh wow, these time schedules sometimes.
And going to different time zones and
Also that.
jet lag.
Yeah. And then the day after that, the Switzerland gig, we have MFA Festival.
Excellent.
Which is also a very nice gig to have, of course. Then I'm off for a week, so I think I will just be dead and sleep or something. And then we're going to Russia.
Oh, what's in Russia?
We have St. Petersburg and Moscow, so we have 2 concerts there.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
That is exciting, yeah. I'm really looking forward. It's so different than the US. You know, Xandria brings me everywhere around the world, and oh, so thankful.
Now, with your experiences in the US so far, what are your experiences as far
I really like
as...
it. People are very open. It's very talkative, and they welcome us very warmly. You have some amazing Chinese cuisine. I never thought I could say that. Yeah, we've dined twice. Yesterday also in a Chinese restaurant, and yeah. What I really like is that the plates here are way bigger.
Yes, they are. They are definitely a lot bigger.
And I'm really foodie.
Now, speaking of food, though, being a vocalist, when you prepare for a show, do you usually eat before a show? After.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also depends on how late the show is, of course.
Sure.
When we have a headliner tour, then I prefer, of course, to eat before, because if I eat at night and then go straight to bed, that wouldn't be a good idea.
Yeah.
But then of course it has to be something light, something I can still work with. The last thing you want is feeling bloated on stage.
Yeah. After a McDonald's cheeseburger.
Oh no. No.
Well, I just want to say thank you so much for doing this interview, taking the time out, and welcome.
Thank you too.
Welcome to America, and I'm looking forward to seeing you tonight, and looking forward to actually seeing you much more as far as Xandria in America, and we definitely look forward to seeing a lot more, and hearing a lot more about Xandria in the future.
Thank you so much. You will, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the audience tonight.
Excellent. I'll be there. I'll be standing there with my fist pumping in the air.
Cool.
Okay, well,
Look for that.
thank you again to Dianne, and this is Matt saying metal on.